Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Culture Review. We have our very special guest, Nina Infinity, joining us today. Next to her is the amazing Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. Below Wes is AFK Bard, commenter extraordinaire, and specifically AFK said, "Do not pimp me," so I'm not gonna. And then, of course, we also have Machiny. Machiny draws Machiny 90. Machiny, the guy that makes amazing things, thick things like the Batmobile and many other types of things on his channel. I can't wait for that sticker, to be honest with you. And then finally, and last but not least, the man that looks like Indiana Jones and writes well 17 stories, the guy, the man who is giving you a month's worth of Halloween, Storyman Jack. Welcome, everyone.
Should I turn on my camera?
Oh yeah, let's see what you got today.
Right.
What are you trying with me?
We're gonna celebrate with a little bubble gum for today's 700 stream. So
nice.
A little more complex. So
yeah. Really,
very nice.
Putting that together, looking good, my friend. I can't wait to see that. Yeah, this afternoon is going to be great. All right, guys. So, all right. Well, let's say hi to our audience. Then we'll do a little promotion of one or two of us, and then we're going to dive right into stories because I want to make this one story centric. So that's what we're going to do. We got, of course, Flipped Out from the Fandom Collective. What's up, Flip? You can check out his channel and the Fandom Collective. Also, great group of people. They promote a lot of humans. Of course, Wes is saying hello to everybody. We've got Rogue Disney hanging out with us today. What's up, Rogue Disney? Good to see you. Mr. Dragon, good to see you, my friend. You helped the charity event for dogs fixing Fidos. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, well, let's pay attention to what Mr. Dragon's working on there. That looks like a good thing. We've got a lot of other folks hanging out in the chat, and of course, it jumped on me right away. We got Mr. Shirt here with us. Jedi Knight, Lego, Hail, Nina, oh yeah, and Culture. Hail to you.
Hi.
That's good to see you. We've got Keely Chow. Keely Chow's hanging out with us today.
Hey, Keely.
Lots of people. Comrade Roof Korean, the based triple long show today. Oh, I wish. That'd be so much fun. Lots of stuff to talk about, though. Lots of stuff. Let's see. We've got Canadian Spider-Man. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. And I'm happy that Nina's here to be straightforward about it. It's fantastic. And there's Canada for the Canadian Spider-Man. There you go. All right, we've got Brightest Day with us. What's up, my friend? We did hit the jackpot. There you go. 666. Ding, 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 ding. That's right. We've got Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast sending us a super sticker, even though it is a thumbs up. That's right. Everybody hit that like button, please. We are doing it live. And of course, Judicon is here. Our good friend Judicon supports so many of us. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Hey, Shellback.
Yes, our turtle. Our turtle is
Hail Shellback.
That's right. Let's see. We've got Runner hanging out with us, of course, and Judicon sent us a super sticker. Thank you for that, my friend. And it's a cup of coffee. And let me tell you, this is number 2.
I got coffee too.
That's right.
I do as well.
Yeah, everybody's loaded up on their caffeine this morning. Could not function without said coffee. Hey, what's up? Wook says, thank the maker. Nina's here. Finally, someone on this panel that won't put me to sleep. Thanks, bro.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I love your icon. It's like freaking Chewbacca. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hope Chewbacca.
Well, Wookie Are you really sure it's us putting you to sleep, Wookie? Because I've seen some of the. Yeah, never mind.
No, he's got great stuff. I love it. It's kind of fun. Cold Era is here. What's up, Cold Era? We've got 6 hanging out with us.
Did you guys see that picture of Dean Cain that he posted with Chewbacca? But it's like, it doesn't look like Chewbacca. It looks like, I don't know, like Chewbacca's cousin or something. And everyone's
really?
like, that's not Chewbacca. And he's like hugging Chewbacca. And it's like, that's not Chewbacca, bro.
Well, could be.
It was so funny.
Yeah, well, maybe it was.
He just saw some dude at like the Comic-Con or whatever, but it wasn't like the legit costume. It was really funny.
Well,
he was like, "Who wouldn't like to hug Chewbacca?" And I was like, "I want to hug you instead."
A lot of people want to hug Dean Cain. That's true.
Exactly. I was like, I'd rather hug you.
I just want to hear him say Master Wayne like as many times as possible because I love that.
The Wayne. So great. Storyman Jack is hotter than Indy. That's a compliment, I guess. Richie Dupe, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Let's see. Clobby's here. What's up, Clobby? Clobby, if you have time next Sunday, you have to come on the show. So send me a DM, my friend, right now or soon. Not right now. You can say hi with us. That'd be great. That's right. Hello, Nurse. Absolutely. I think with Nina being there, Culture has a hair rival. Absolutely. She and I have talked about it behind the scenes many times. I think she has incredible hair. It's not fair. It's not fair.
What are you talking about? You
roll out of bed. You roll out of bed. Your hair's like.
Right. We gotta exchange the hair recipes though. We definitely do, like conditioning methods and all that.
Yeah. Well, men and women's hair is different. It's just like our skin is different. We are different, unfortunately.
Y'all just got beat. McEnany just.
Oh yeah, McEnany did show off better hair. Dang it!
How dare you, McEnany?
Get that pH balance right. That's very important.
It's true. Naked Fame says bonjour. Bonjour. Yeah. Actually, you can say that better than all of us, Nina, because you grew up where they speak the French stuff.
Yeah. That's as far as my French goes.
Oh, well, excellent. Way to go. Andre Enrico says, good Sunday, everyone. Good Sunday to you. E. Clay Thomason. It's good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you are here. Yep. Bosco Scenario. What's up, Gascar? You also need to send me a DM because I got to get you on a show here coming up. I'm not kidding. I'm going to have looks like Lethal pushed me a week. So hopefully we'll have Lethal next week. I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to get George in here too. So guys, let's get some folks in here.
I'm excited for all that.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Lethal's on a different schedule, so it's hard for him to really be.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm asking my Australian friends to stay up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
You know, for culture.
Yeah. Well, and hey, look, I'm gonna get up early. Hopefully next weekend I will be on the full Aussie, hanging out with the guys.
Oh, cool.
That is a get up early in the morning for me. So there you are. So.
Oh, and that shout out from Toxic Man Flew on Temple really.
I was gonna say I heard you on Temple.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I want to say thank you, and I mean it genuinely, to Toxic Man Flu and everybody. In fact, so much so that Storyman Jack segued into it. Here is the clip from the show that made me jump out of my chair.
All right. Toxic Man Flu says, Gary has an awesome story of hope and success. I never would have made it through the last 2 years without Gary, Comics Division, CultureCasino, and many others in the Fellowship. Thank you all. Right on.
I like how they're using the word fellowship. I tell people to stop using the word community.
The Fellowship.
Stop. It's that commie language.
Yeah. The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Yay.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. When he said that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. My wife was like, what are you standing up for? My hands in the air.
Yeah, it was amazing. Those moments, the super chats that rolled in, even the ones prior to that had rolled in talking about things and how great.
What did you guys think of that whole podcast?
Yeah, wow. This wasn't going to be a subject, but let's make it one. I thought, Nina, that it was incredible. I mean, I was literally listening to something that had no hyperbole. I think I said this backstage earlier when it was just Jack and Wes. There was no hyperbole. There was no name calling, so there weren't any ad hominem attacks. They covered subject matter cleanly, clearly, concisely, and in a very logical way. And, they drew correlations that I believe were perfect. They used analogies, although Tim seems to pick some analogies that don't line up really well sometimes, but they picked analogies to things in the real world and entertainment that at times were amazing, the parallels. So I enjoyed the that a lot, and I really hope they get Gary back again. I was pumped. I don't know, Nina, what did you think?
Like the first second when like Gary was introduced after like 10 minutes into the show, I was like screaming. I was like, Gary! I was like, of course no one is hearing me, but I'm just like screaming Gary's name throughout my house. And I was like super excited to see him on Temple. It was really cool to see. I thought it was a little bit slow at first, and I think that like it was a little bit okay, like I'm just gonna say it out because I probably won't ever be invited on Tim Pool anyways, but like Tim Pool just loves the sound of his own voice. So like he just keeps talking even when he has like really important guests on. So he'll just kind of like say something and then he'll repeat himself and then he'll say something and then he'll repeat himself and then his like co-host will repeat himself. So like it took a little bit for Gary to actually talk. Like I was sitting there for like literally 15-20 minutes being like, Gary hasn't said a word. Like asking him a question. Like it was weird. And I had the chat turned off because I was watching it on my phone and I was full screen, so I wasn't even seeing what was going on in the chat. And then at some point, that one dude, I think his name is Luke, he was like, the chat's telling me like shut up and let Gary talk, and I'm like, thank you, chat. Like holy shit, that's what I've been sitting here thinking the whole time.
I've noticed those guys on that channel, the ones who talk well and get a lot of time, they have to kind of force themselves in.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. There
we go.
All right. Third time's a charm, right?
Yeah. I watch Tim every night at 7. It's like I got it in the background while I'm working and writing and stuff. And the people that are most successful on that program kind of are forceful and push themselves into the conversation. And he lets them do it. I mean, it's just the way he is. But yeah, he can be a little arrogant. I think it's because he gained so much success in such a short time.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I liked him. It's not. It's not. I'm not like knocking a show or anything. I was just like, we were there because we wanted to see Gary, and we were like,
well, and his guests actually make a show. I don't know, Wes. What did you think? I know you were watching.
I thought it was great, the fellowship that showed up for Gary to be on the show and me being one of them. Sadly, my $2 super chat was not read, but I thought it was Gary did a great job. He did seem a little bit reserved, but I think about an hour into the shows when things really started rocking and rolling and they really started getting into some deep topics.
Exactly, Wes. I agree. I also loved how Gary was so properly dressed. Like he had that like very nice, like little collared shirt with a little Superman on it. I was half expecting him to go with that like crazy Gary nerdrotic gear on, like the one that somebody made him that like has his logo all over it.
Right.
But he went so like proper, and I was like, oh, Gary.
Yeah, I love that look for him for sure. Hey, Captain Trek, good to see you, my friend. Man, lots of people rolling in here. Anybody else have some thoughts on that night?
One last thing. It was exciting to see somebody that I've been following since he had, maybe 5,000-6,000 followers, subs, to be on such a large program like that. It was like, it gives hope to some of us smaller channels that if we just stick to it and keep hammering away, we'll get there too.
A lot of hope. A lot of hope, a lot of motivation.
I think he caught things before YouTube really changed their algorithm and how it works. I don't think they really want anything to go viral or anybody to really catch on, catch some success the way that he did. But we're still going to try. I mean, we have to try.
Yeah, it's not going to stop us from trying. That's the thing.
Yeah, we have to play a different game. I mean, and we have been, and we can follow people that are doing it. Like, somebody that Nina knows well, John Talks. John changed his game completely, versus what he used to do, right?
Twice.
Now
he went from just Star Wars content to the political content, and now he's more memeing and discussing more important topics.
Yeah, he's more like John Edits now, right, Nina?
Yeah.
Although,
but we love talking.
I
We
know,
talk every Wednesday night, so you guys can come hang out with us and talk. He doesn't do it on his channel anymore because
Infinite Talk
reasons.
Infinite Talk's a pretty good deal, and it looks good. And
speaking of that, I actually really want to get both you and Wes on, probably separately, because I would like to get your views
of course
separately, but definitely you guys need to come on the show and hang out with John and I. So
absolutely.
But like I said, I mean, I thought it was a great episode, like the Islington Girls, says here. And of course, Nina, all you have to do is send me a message. You know that I'll do.
I know. I'm sorry, I've been bad at that.
Yeah, that's all right.
I actually just got followed back by Eric July, and I was like,
yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
For 2 years to get you on the show. So guess what? Yeah, I'm gonna be
Eric July is amazing. I would love to have him as a guest. I work at my own pace, just try to work within the system, and I like to promote everybody. So hopefully everybody else does as well.
Storyman Jack was saying that he follows Tim Pool. Yeah. I've been in Eric July's chat for years. A year or two. And I just never talk there, but I'm always there because I love the way he thinks.
Yeah.
He made me into a libertarian because I didn't even know what that was before I met him. And I was like, hey, that's what I am.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird when you finally listen to somebody define libertarianism to you. That's when all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, that's normal. And I know Wes has something to say on that one.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's the false left-right paradigm that, we're kind of being herded through with the mainstream media and, the powers that be. They want, you ever notice they always try to have this against that and this, being on a team. But really, most common sense folks are pretty much going to be fiscally conservative most of the time and socially libertarian. So, but unfortunately, some libertarians are like, you're not a true libertarian, if you're not an anarchist.
I can't understand those people either because it's it's really weird. It's kind of like the Republicans do it too, and I mean lefties do it too. It's like you're not a true this if you don't fit in these boxes, and it's I don't know. It's always there's extremists in every group. Even in fandom, it's you're not a true Star Trek fan if you don't follow this, and this, and you don't know what every actor did every 5 seconds, and it's no, bro.
That's the thing. That's the thing is we have to stop putting each other in boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you would call me a libertarian as well, and I evolved into that from being a Democrat when I was young.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a creative. I'm an artist, so I have a big heart. So I naturally lean left, and but I'm just individualistic. You can believe what you want to believe. You can spout what you want to spout. I mean, just don't get angry when I disagree.
Just don't tread on me.
Yeah.
There are extremists.
Go ahead, FK.
I was gonna say, back in the day, I gotta say, when I was in college, I was very Democrat. Also, I went to Evergreen, so you know what that college is like.
Yeah, Evergreen College.
And basically, in the last few years, I figured out, for my city, when I was doing all the local voting and stuff, I just stopped looking at what party the people were. Legit back in the day, I would be like, okay, Democrat. But this last time, I was just I'm going to ignore the what they are. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to read what they actually are planning, and then I'll vote based off that. And I found I voted for a lot of Republicans. So it's I wish that more people would do that. We literally need to stop looking at boxes because it's more than just A or B,
that's what it used to be it was about the issues, and especially locally, what you cared about, and that's how you would vote, not I'm a Democrat, so I'm gonna just vote Democrat. I don't even know this guy or what his
Well, and that puts you in you're volunteering to be in a box then, right? I mean, because that's putting you in just this one mindset, I think.
And we were talking about it a little bit backstage. You know, I mean, I have some relatives that you know claim to be independent and open-minded, and you know, Bernie was advocating certain things on trade. Well, Trump actually was delivering those things on trade, but suddenly because Trump is doing it, it's bad. Like I don't get it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Dude, anything he does was bad. Like it's so weird. I was like, if this guy can like cure cancer, and they would be like, no, fuck that, fuck this dude.
Yeah, and they did a study like of the percentage of stuff that came out bad for him during his presidency. It was like running 9 to 1 ratio. 9 things bad, 1 thing good. You couldn't find more than bad stuff about him. That's not the way to do things. But that's not what we talk about here. I just thought it was fun that, again, Gary, Tim, everybody put us in that position where we felt comfortable. They talked about some very, progressive ideas that are non-offensive to almost everybody. Right. And that's one of the big problems.
The parts about the Tim Pool thing that made me laugh though was like when Tim finally started asking Gary like comic book questions or like about what if or whatever, and like the dudes that were like sitting there, they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm like, and he's like, well, I got to take advantage of the guy that's like here. That's his like bread and butter, Yeah. And it was just really funny because like Gary was sitting there like so politely the whole time while that guy was talking about whatever it was he was talking about. And then it's like, dude, that's your guest. Like, of course he's gonna
lean into what he knows about, and that's what you're supposed to do. And again, I mean, as everybody here on the panel who does shows, you lean into what your guest knowledge is, and you let them drive the show. But Judicon's right. I think there's a decent chance that Tim Pool could rock a Nerdrotic beanie someday. I think that would be awesome.
Oh my god, that
one last thing.
Cool, right?
One last thing. Yeah, it was great. It was great to see a representative of us everybody in this
Are you saying representation matters?
No. I think what he's saying, easy, Nina, calm down. I think what he's saying is the people that are on the front lines of what has been misnamed the culture war, right? That I think that's probably what Jack means. It's what I would mean. I know you were having a good time having a joke, but look, we need to give Makani a chance because he's been hanging back there just outlining something really awesome. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say I'd do you one better.
Yeah.
Maybe a possibility to get Tim Pool on Infinity Talks or on Sunday Culture Review.
That would be incredible. Gosh, could you imagine? But look, I believe that at some point that could happen for all of us. We will be interacting just like Gary is now.
Exactly.
You can't get big overnight. You just can't. I mean, some people hit like the magic viral thing and it happens, but is that really a dream for everybody? Some people just want to do their they want to make their jam and sell it. They don't want to become a giant jam company. They just want to make their jam.
Exactly. Culture. Like I don't even know how I would feel about it if I became as crazy popular as Tim Pool. Like that's crazy,
Yeah, 900,000 people. You've a live stream with 30-some thousand in it, and you can't pay attention to your chat anymore.
No, you can't.
I love hanging out with the chat. You guys are. I mean, Tina's here. Rob Altus is here. Naked Flame is here. We have all these people that I appreciate, and I am way behind on the chat because we went off on a tangent, which was perfect. Thanks, Nina.
I think getting a compound is probably a good policy anyway. But if I was that popular, I definitely would have a compound.
My favorite version of John is John Talks Nothing.
Oh yeah, you didn't see that?
You're still salty about losing that debate, aren't you, Justin?
What happened? Oh yeah, he's still salty.
Yeah, he's still salty.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tell you what. Let's drive into.
Sorry, it derailed your show.
No, Nina, it's perfect. You guys, this is the whole point. Look, we start out with topics, and we start out with 3-4 things to talk about. We never get to them all, and we almost never get to more than one or two. So it's like, all right, it is what it is. But we've got a lot of different types of entertainment and a lot of different types of creators that are part of our fellowship, and Snowdub's one of them. And we have, of course, Apex Comics is another. You have obviously, Wes Moody has a couple of different avenues that he travels down. So obviously we have an artist amongst us in Makani. We have a quality entertainment provider that is taking a break in AFK Bard, and of course then we have Nina, who has gone from being just a commenter on channels to being a channel with a significant following. I mean, you're rocking the box, kid.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
all thanks to Gary and Az and John.
A lot of people, including myself, appreciates the Infinite Hope streams. Those are really good.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. That means so much to me, because that's my baby. Like that's the best show.
Yeah, and it and it runs right after me, or just as I'm getting ready to end, and and you can go over there and get happy. I mean, if you're looking for happy in your day and not quite the same old bum me out, that's one of the places you can go to get that.
Well, and one last thing on that, I mean, I'm not, like, personally me, I'm not looking to grow my channel significantly just because I want to make money. I mean, I'd like the channel to pay for itself. It's expensive. Yeah. But I'm happy just when one person I know listens to my story and makes a comment. Good, bad, or ugly. I'm just happy to entertain. And that's all I would like to do.
And I totally agree with you, Storyman. My thing I've always said this before, and I stick to this, is that it's not the monetization, it's knowing the fact that I've seen so many of my friends, like Nina, like Culture, like Ord, so like Fat Steven, so many people that I have seen, I have grown together and hit so many strides, and I want to be up there with them. That is the satisfaction, knowing that I've been able to do that. I'm able to actually be a part of that group. And on top of that, it's more than just, I don't feel like I'm a channel anymore. I feel like I'm becoming a brand.
Ooh.
Well, I want to say this. Yeah, I think you're right. And in Makani, I mean, like, you've been one of those people that just been steadily grinding away and growing. And that's kind of the path you have to do now, which at the same time, every once in a while, one of your videos is going to make you bigger and bigger. But look, I just want to say Brightest Day is one of those creators. And I do read your messages, Karen Prime. You don't read any of it. I love you, Karen Prime. I appreciate you. You're a member. You're one of my oldest viewers. Of course. You guys are great. Good to see you, Sherry. One of my new folks here. Appreciate that.
Hello, Sherry.
A lot of people.
I think Karen Prime might want to change her avatar to the Facebook whistleblower now, maybe.
Oh. I was just thinking that too, Wes. That's so funny.
And Rebecca Gold, our good friend Ian from across the pond, a filmmaker in every sense of the word.
A filmmaker too.
For £5. £5. Says
if you go back, he still has his Rebecca Gold series on YouTube. It's really good.
It is really good. Yeah. Who wants to be big? The little people rule. The bigger you get, the more distance you create. Hit the middle. That's the best place to be. And I think that's probably true. Would I love the circumstances that come with being giant channel? Of course I would. That would be silly to say that you didn't, and it would be dumb for me to say I don't appreciate the income that comes from having a channel. When you're monetized and whatever. But at the same time, again, I don't like that distance he's talking about, and I like to be able to highlight the chat and get to the things people say, and not just focus on the super chats. Although right now I'm playing catch up with all the stuff that's happening in the background. But Nina needs more car commercials with cats.
He's talking about the animal abuse commercial that he put on his channel, and I freaked out.
Ooh, not good. Deleted scenes for $2 says, "Hail, Culture, Nina, panel, and chat." Well, hail to you, deleted scenes.
Hi, Steven.
Hello. Yep, that's his stealth version of himself now. Yeah, it's all right. And Commander Ed Straker was flirting with you. Lots of people are flirting with you, Nina. I don't know why that is.
Hi.
You guys are fantastic. Yeah, Mr. Dragon's like, what about creating a fan fiction story? That's what I started doing on DeviantArt too, and people still are doing on there doing art, and they have used it. Absolutely, I want to. Like I said, I think it's great to promote people as like Maria with T and Telly, another great creator here that just joined us, right? Not too long ago, yeah,
I like
and
Maria a lot.
easy to promote people that are doing it. You guys are so great. Please, guys, it's Failbook. Oh, I'm sorry, not Facebook. Failbook. Thank you.
Failbook.
Yeah.
Fake book. Yeah.
Culture never reads the comment he picks and chooses. That's not true.
Yeah, that's why I decided to call the Biden administration the Biden regime now. And then my husband was like, corrected me, and he's like, it's actually the Obama regime because it's the same thing. And
it's a continuation.
Yeah, but that's that's neither here nor there. And again, we're going to get into some of these subjects we actually decided we were going to talk about before the show started. We're 30 minutes in. We got a super sticker from our great friend, the Islington girl. Canadian $1.49 sends us that. That is that's a hamburger. I'm kind of hungry right now, to be honest with you. So.
Well, I for one, I got to chime in. I think that the victory of former Vice President Joe Biden was amazing. He lost ground in every key demographic, yet somehow still managed to win with 81 million votes. Amazing achievement.
Well, he's just wonderful. He's just wonderful.
He's got the biggest
brilliant man.
He's so popular. People stood up out of their graves and went and mailed in their votes.
Hey. We're
not.
I'm gonna do a Ouija board stream where I'm gonna ask my grandma why she voted for him.
We love him so much that we mistake him for Brandon.
Guys, okay.
Yeah, okay, we're going to get Culture in trouble. We should stop.
Culture, it's been really nice knowing you.
I know.
I'm really glad I'm here on the last stream that you'll ever on YouTube.
Stay tuned, kids, for the Culture Casino 2 channel.
I apologize, Culture.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Look. Scaff says something I know everybody agrees with. I refuse to flirt with Nina. I'm too busy taking pictures of her through her window.
Whoa. All right.
I keep getting all my work stolen from DeviantArt. I don't post anything there anymore. Wow, that
was a big problem on DeviantArt for a long time because I was on there too, and things like that happen.
Yeah, no politics zone, guys, please. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Got it. Sorry.
You don't talk real talk over here. You talk just entertainment talk, right?
I talk around the news around entertainment, which does have political connotations. I do. Yeah, we do talk very real about it. I just try to avoid the outright
crazy political.
The tribalism. Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Because believe it or not, we already had a demonstration of AFK Bard saying, if you just went and selected the policies, you would find yourself all over the place. And I believe that to be true. And being a person that, figured out really early in life that I was libertarian, that's how you have to vote, because you're not, if you vote on just the tribe, you're going to stay in a really broken system. And that's what we have right now. So
I've
thank
been
you, Nina.
All of my life. And that's what you need to do. Just don't look at the labels. That's what I did when I voted last. And it's amazing how many Republicans I ended up voting for. So
it's weird. Yeah. And again, I mean, you find yourself all over the map. And Tina says for $2, no politics zone. That's right. We try to limit it. Although I do appreciate this chant right now because that's in every entertainment enterprise now.
Let's go,
Brandon.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's the truth.
I love how everyone in the chat's going, let's go, Brandon. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I always reply to every Joe Biden tweet with that.
You gotta win them with memes. Memes are usually kind of like the thing that kind of saves everything, and it kind of brings us back to
did you guys? Sorry, Makini. Did you guys see that one little kid that was like, "Let's go, Brandon"?
Oh yes,
I saw that. That was awesome. I was like, you were
I wonder how much crap that reporter gets now for having said that.
Well, she screwed up because it's one of those times when she was better just to ignore it.
Yep.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Which is worse? The reporter saying, "Let's go, Brandon," or the reporter standing in front of the giant flames during the riot saying it's mostly peaceful protesting?
Mostly peaceful.
I was going to say it's about 50-50, but I think the mostly peaceful kind of edges it out just by a flame.
Yeah.
That one was worse. I mean, come on, that was so bad.
Oh boy.
It was a really good laugh, though.
I'm biting my tongue right now because I was going to talk about another mostly peaceful event this January, but that's
we're not going to do that on the
Don't
show.
worry, Wes. You can come on my channel and talk about that shit.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, I'm there. I'm so there.
I will come over to Nina's channel and talk that. In fact, when I go over to Comics Division's channel, I talk politics and stuff, but I don't do it here because I want some kind of space to talk about entertainment as it is.
For a second there, Culture, I thought you said you wanted some kind of divide. I was like, wait, what?
No,
not to mention we never get to the stories when we do this.
I'm going to take a deep breath now.
Yeah. We have stories.
Okay, I'm good.
Good, because the first story here is about the fact that they avoided a strike in Hollywood, which this happened, Yeah, it happened yesterday. Details of the new IATSE contract that averted the strike. Strongest contract we've ever achieved in our history, says the union. This has been updated multiple times. This actually was kind of important because if this had happened, the propaganda arm of the government, Hollywood, would not have been able to produce more propaganda. See, did I make it political enough for you guys? So,
no.
Because everything that you're seeing, my goodness. Everything you're seeing has been tainted with this stuff. And so we'll go through, but I find this a win for the workers and the people that have not like the behind the scenes people. The people that I would, likely work with putting a production together because I don't want to be on the screen. But anyway, so they went. So basically, they're saying this. Matt Loeb said, "This is his quote. This is a Hollywood ending." And he's not wrong, he's right to describe it this way. Our members stood firm. We are tough and united. He added with a full brief coming for all members before they vote on ratifying the deal. We went toe to toe with some of the richest, most powerful entertainment and tech companies in the world, and we've reached an agreement with AMPTP that meets our members' needs. Do you want to know what those needs were?
Yes.
There we go. They achieved a living wage, which means they got a massive raise. They improved wages and working conditions for streaming because those were being billed and charged separately. Retroactive scale wage increases of 3% annually, which will fix a lot of the problems with not all, but a lot of the problems with inflationary pressures. Employer-funded benefits for the term. So that's for all 3 years. That's also good. Increased meal period penalties, including the prevailing rate, which will make them, if they get pushed beyond a meal period, those penalties are substantial now.
What? I don't understand this.
Okay, so sometimes if you go,
you're not allowed to eat. Okay.
No. You are. Okay, so if they take you out of what your lunch break is supposed to be, there are penalties assessed that the production has to pay to make up for the fact that they missed a meal break, because the union is tired of their employees not getting meal breaks, not getting a proper rest, et cetera, et cetera. So, so here's the cool thing: daily rest periods of 10 hours without exclusions. That means when you break set, you get 10 hours of break.
Okay.
That's weekend rest.
Good, I think.
They actually enforce this weekend thing because there used to be a thing called Fraturday. If this is actually there, weekend rest periods of 54 to 32 hours. So that's incredible. And then, of course, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday holiday and many other things. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say about this, but if you've ever been to a set for film and television, it's the most diverse place ever. So why this is here is just, I don't know, lip service.
It has to be now. This is this is the way.
13th and 14th checks for the pre-August 2009 retirees. So all that stuff. Additional MPI hours for on-call employees and expansion of sick leave benefit to the entire
Did you
country.
just say sex leave?
Sick leave.
Sick leave.
Yeah. I didn't. If that were the case, I think Hollywood would be a little bit different on that other scale. So, but we do have this. I think that this is a good deal from the member side of thing. It's likely to be ratified in a vote very quickly. What do you guys think? Where are we at with this thought?
At first, we were talking backstage, and I was asking you, Culture, that I was like, would this count as a win or a loss? But then after hearing all the details, I think this is going to be a win.
It's a win for
this is a definite win.
Yeah. And the Islington girl points out quite, deftly that this was doomed. They had nothing going on as of Friday. I guarantee you, had I made the video I was going to be making, it would have been the strike begins. Here's everything that's shut down. I was ready to make the video tomorrow. That was like breaking it all down. But guess what
would have shut down? Like everything, like all the film crews and stuff?
Pretty much everything. The only thing that would have been left in production are the separate streaming contracts that have been negotiated, which there have been for some streamers, like Apple TV is a separate deal. They would have been looking at another strike with the actual Animators Guild, which I think they're going to roll into a similar deal, because I don't think AMPTP wants to mess with the animators. They're going to give that local the same thing because it's negotiated separately. But all these other locals would have made it so that anything that wasn't like an HBO show, like actually just HBO or Showtime or these other separately negotiated pay TV deals, would have been done. So that linear television of any kind would have been toast. Film production would have been toast, and it would have been countrywide. And they'd already aligned with several production companies overseas, including in the UK, who said they wouldn't replace the IATSE members with scabs. They wouldn't go to work to do that gig, for pay. So that's significant.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here.
Okay, go ahead.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yep.
We're talking about some of the most well-off people in the world, like making this contract. Now, I'm not saying that like they didn't deserve more pay or whatever, but in the grand scheme, I live in Mexico, so I see a lot of not well-off people. So like I feel like this was just a bit more of a just give me more, like just give me more, like even though they have enough. And like for example, like the first one being like what was it, the first thing it said was living wage earned. They
achieved, actually, yeah, living wage achieved. I'll bring it back up, that's fine.
They were already earning a living wage and then some, like and they were already earning a living wage of 10 Mexicans here. So I don't really I get it, like they got to fight for what they want and stuff, but Nina,
some of the people that are behind the camera that live in the Hollywood area, specifically near Burbank and the other places these studios are located, right? Culver City, that stuff. Mm-hmm. The cost of living is so high that their rent is barely covered by what they earn hourly.
I understand that, Culture, but I'm saying this is one of those first world things where it's like just because the living wage there, or like that living accommodations cost a lot of money there, doesn't make that that's a problem within your own country and within your own, like with their own state or whatever it is that you want to call it, like that the living thing is so high. It shouldn't be that way. So like this, I don't know, it just bothers me that they just always want more, and it just makes me like, you guys just always
my question is, who exactly does this cover? Does it cover the grips, the electricians?
Yeah, it's all the locals. Yeah, so
it's not necessarily the directors or the ADs.
No, because they work on the other side. Yeah, right. It's not SAG-AFTRA, although they supported them. It's not the Writers Guild, although they supported them. And obviously,
like this is like literally like ground crew people.
It's people. Yeah, it's a hair and effects guys. It would be like if I were going to go and do like effects, like physically. Or
I thought it was like actors and extras and stuff. I'm like,
their definition of a living wage is like $15 an hour. It's not great.
Yeah, they kicked it up. I think they're ending up in that $25 an hour range is where I think this ended up at. But none of the actual final details have come out.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought we're talking like A-list actors.
No.
I think the only strike that's really going to affect Hollywood is if the consumers strike, which I think is part of what's been going on.
Yeah, and I think Memes is right. It's currently a workers' market, and they had all the leverage because look at how many people walked away from jobs because they were being told they had to do something, right?
Like 4 million, right?
Yeah, it's like a huge number of humans, right? And
Where?
In the United States,
across the United States, yeah.
I thought you meant like in LA alone.
No. But who knows? I mean, you have a lot of you have a lot of unions using their power and clout right now to turn back any idea of these. You have to do these kinds of things, right?
And they're calling it what, the Great Resignation?
Well, yeah, that's what. Yeah, but see, we already saw the first wave of it, which was the CEOs leaving all these jobs in 2019. We can talk about why, but I'd like to do that on Wes's channel or over on Nina's channel or somewhere else where I can get into the politics of it all. But and this is a good person to vote for. Randy Watson, the lead singer of Sexual Chocolate. He believes that children are our future. He does. And if you don't know what that's a reference to, it's the Coming to America film, the first one. It's so great. Thank you for that, Maria. Appreciate that. There you go. Strongest contract ever. Bestest Jedi ever. Most Marvel money ever. Pattern recognized. That's right. But to be honest with you, it's actually pretty good. This is actually a good deal for them, to be honest with you. Workers had to back them into a corner real tight. Yeah, they're not altruists. You're 100% right.
Well, I mean, like the only other thing that I can say though is like when this kind of stuff happens, usually the market balances itself out, meaning like it doesn't really mean anything in terms of like cost of living going up. So like the cost of living will go up and then it'll like balance out how they got.
Well, no,
they got the $15 and then they'll have to go pay $15 for breakfast, and then it's
quite possible. But at the same time, Nina, it also prevents dangerous accidents because a lot of times on these productions, you would be working all day Friday from call time, maybe at 6 a.m. until like 2 or 3 a.m., maybe even 8 a.m. in some cases on Saturday, which is what they called Fraturdays, right? You start in Friday, you finish in Saturday. And that was unreasonable. And they have had, and they can attribute this to some extent, multiple deaths and accidents that have occurred either on set or on their way from production.
Wow.
There was an automobile accident that ended up costing them just an enormous amount of money because it took the life of one person and permanently disabled another. Ooh. So so these are things that fall into as the cheese factor describes, not unreasonable requests.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, nothing that we had in that list is anything like taking care of employees that weren't taken care of back in 2009. Those people got taken care of because there was fallout because of another strike that occurred. There's a lot of other things that have gone on along this entire time, and as soon as all these details come out, that's probably what I'll make a video about. But like I said, literally almost everything that linear television needed and large scale theatrical productions needed was going to shut down. Hard done. So they avoided it.
It's always that way. I mean, even the writers strike in 2007.
I think it was 2009.
The fat cats who sign paperwork make billions of dollars, and the people that actually make the movie happen make dick.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. And Comrade Roof Korean, the base star, one of our good friends here, good to see you, my friend, for $5 says, Gary's visit to Pool gave me a great idea to go after globalists. I want to combine cryptocurrency, Squid Game, and Death Note and use elites as players. Despite the violent concepts that are there, I would say that that might make a good show. But I don't know that I would tie it to reality. But I understand what you're trying to say there, my friend, and I appreciate it. Let's see.
It could be a game show, and their only restriction is they have to survive but can't use violence.
I would love that to be something like Survivor kind of works out that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. She got it. She got her new.
Karen there you go. There you go.
There you go.
Great.
All right. Yeah.
Very accurate.
Is that Jay Leno in disguise? I can't.
Well, I don't know, but yeah, and whistleblower in quotes. But I'm not even going to go into that. We can talk about what's happening Facebook wise, and and again, all of the scandal that's around them. They have at least 6 concurrent scandals operating right now. So they're
just like Justin Trudeau. Oh shit! Sorry, you're not.
Yeah. Well, no, it's fine.
You mean Fidel's son?
Yeah.
Fidel's son. Yeah. Naked Fame says, I'm in the service entry. It is illegal not allow me to have a break, but I'm understand that in the industry. Yeah, you do. I drop my sandwich to pick up the phone or take a control issue. Yeah, a lot of people still work while they're eating. I mean, including me, but of course, that's on me. Yeah, I think it should be DIE, small time, but I know what you're saying. So, let's see. If I could have used sex leave in my union contract when I was younger, I think Beans is referring to that, saying I'm definitely onto something. I think that would help productions, but I don't to some extent. It's illegal in Canada to schedule you less than 12 hours apart. It's illegal in Canada to schedule you less than 12 hours.
This
okay.
is true.
Yeah. In most normal instances, anyway. Yeah, that's very interesting. Unless you consent to it. There you go. Yeah.
But usually, even when you consent, they have to pay you like big time. Like it's like double overtime or
you know what,
whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to put display names up so that everybody can see when I pull down the super chat, so that you can know this. But that's Storyman Jack right below me, Naked Fame, as you can see there. So these are all the people on today's panel. So yeah, I don't usually put banners up because I figure everybody eventually knows who we all are. Isn't Sex Leave a Tom Jones song? I don't know, but it should be. Sounds like BS. Sometimes you got to work through lunch. That's true. That's also true. But you would consent. And this, I have no idea how to answer this question. I would imagine that.
I was thinking that too, Rogue Disney.
Yeah, if that was the chip or the wedge that they had to sacrifice to get a better deal, we'll find out. We'll find out.
Well, a true union should stand against that, because it's your right, if you, depending on your religion, whether or not you want to have it. So, I mean, you would think.
And we will. Yeah, you're right, Wes. You would think that would be there. Now, what else should the union be fighting for, Wes? Beyond that.
As far as the mandate is concerned.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that political talk? I'm
it is political talk. We should probably.
Okay. I'm sorry. We were going to get on a roll. I know for sure.
Because I was gonna bring it up too, and then I was like,
nah, you guys are right. We don't want to get into that. Absolutely not. But
I was going to say that equity is, that's a term that means fairness. It sounds like they use it because it sounds like equality, but it's not. And the goalposts, they're never really well defined with equity, because what it means is fairness. Like, well, what does that mean?
Well, it means everybody gets the same outcome, which is impossible.
Well, no, that would be equality would be everybody's treated the same. Equity is, that's not fair because of this immutable or that immutable.
It's a trick.
So this person gets pushed down and this person gets elevated, and it's ill-defined.
Yeah, that's again, they want everybody to have an equal outcome. That's the ultimate goal of that.
It's a lie. They don't want everybody to have an equal outcome.
It is, but in looking at this deal, I'm going to say this. Master Sidearm says living wage achieved but not listed. They haven't released the details yet. The number they were shooting for was $25 an hour. Okay.
I don't think they're going to release the details.
I feel like it's kind of like I've been waiting to say anything, but for the cost of living and stuff, I'd be curious to see how much they actually get, because I think a lot of people forget that cost of everything has inflated. Bubble gum in the 50s was 5 cents. Seriously, I remember when I was a kid, and this was just in the 90s, I could get a Musketeer bar for 25 cents. But nowadays it's $1.50 or whatever the heck it is. And so in the cities in particular, a lot of people don't realize how expensive things are, because businesses and things have inflated the price. For my brother, when he lived in San Francisco, he had a car. Just for his car, he had to pay $200 a month to be able to park it near his apartment. So it's thinking of that and how much more even rent is it's insane to not be able to. I mean, I can't even imagine how people afford to live in places like that, even if they're trying to make a living,
I totally get that, because that's one of the reasons I moved away from Vancouver was because it was one of the most expensive places to live in the world. It was very expensive to live there.
I don't know. I live on a lake, so.
Yeah, and you have
nice.
you have Naked Fame saying 7.6% state income tax, and it's going to go up. It's completely insane, and you're not wrong. I mean, you're going to see that. It's how they pay for all the stuff they give away, and that's the problem. They are giving away your money in a lot of places that you don't want them to give away your money. But when it comes to this, I like I said, I feel pretty good about the fact that they at least ironed out enough of the details that those people will be compensated fairly. And to that end, I mean, I understand where Wookiee's coming from for sure. The electricians are also part of the these folks, the lighting folks. You have a lot of folks that are affected by this deal. So a lot of people.
The lowest folks.
Yeah. That's the lowest bracket. Yep. Elon Musk is paying 54% of his company income in state and federal taxes. It's robbery, my friend. It's grand theft or beyond, whatever it is.
Taxation is theft.
Well, maybe so, but it's why he's moving a lot of his business, manufacturing, and everything else to Texas. Why wouldn't you? Right?
See, that's what I don't get about California. This stuff has been happening for years now, and every time one of these businesses leave, our stupid idiots in the legislature are like, "Good, get out!" It's what?
Yeah, but I think Elon's also pulling out not because of the not just because of the taxes. I mean, the taxes is a huge part of it, but I also think it's because of the whole mandate thing.
Well,
part of it.
Oh yeah,
part of
yeah,
it was
because he doesn't want
Tesla's the money the government and state was giving Tesla ran out, so they're no longer subsidized. So they're going to cheaper facilities. They're going to cheaper labor pool.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. That and also he's going to Texas because he doesn't want his workers to be subjected to that kind of thing that they would be to in California. So
now, as a Texan, let me say this: I have no problem with Elon Musk coming here because he's kind of his own person. He doesn't really vote or he doesn't really talk tribe. But let me say this: all of his employees that are coming are liberal nut jobs who are going to vote liberal.
Easy.
I think that's a generalization.
Yeah,
it is a generalization.
That.
It is a generalization, but I live here. I see probably 70% more California plates here than I did a year ago.
No.
And I have to interact with them, and they're not all conservatives leaving there.
Yeah, but sorry, man. The reason that, of course, they're not going to be conservative. They are going to be liberal. But the thing is, there's a reason that is causing them to leave. So most likely, a lot of them will be doing what AFK is doing now when they come to Texas. They won't be doing it oh, I'm just going to vote like that across the board, because then that way it'll the state's going to turn into California where I left. So
that's exactly what they're doing, though. They're standing on the corner preaching at us about how bad we are.
I don't understand why they wouldn't have Texas plates. I mean, the VLFs are way cheaper in Texas than they are in California.
Yeah, it's very true.
That's a real problem.
Commander Ed Straker
paying
says
$150.
Yeah, it's dumb. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $5 says it's a win by Holly Weird standards. The below the line folks are basically coming up to about U.S. Employee labor rights had back in the 1970s. So good, but not great, and I agree with that. So yeah, we are rapidly, this is here you go. Don't Cali my Texas. A lot of people have that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have that sentiment.
And I'm from California, so yeah, I agree 100%. I was born in Texas, and I'm in California, so yeah, don't Cali my Texas. I agree.
Jack, I got that super chat right? Somebody tell me. I got Commander Ed Straker. Did I get that?
I don't know.
Didn't I just highlight it? It's right. I highlighted it, right? Now I can't find it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's on my side.
It's a win by. Yeah.
If that's it, if that's the one you're referring to, yeah, I got it. Let's see.
That's the joke about equity. These fat cats up there who have all the money are never going to be equal to anybody else in the downstream.
Yeah. Wow, I am so far behind on the chat. It's dumb. I apologize, guys. I will never catch up with your comments at all.
I saw Thomas in there, so hey, Gilkey.
Hey, what's up, Thomas?
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah, we've got a lot of great comments in here. Yeah, and it look, I mean, it is what it is, and yeah, I think.
Well, at least they're getting more than they had.
What do you mean you're not a mod, Scott? You've been a mod. Did I make too many mods?
Can you make too many mods?
14? Are you gonna come on the stream tonight, Scott? What's going on with you? He always says, I'm gonna show up, Nina, and then he always falls asleep. And he doesn't show
Well, he does have an early morning job thing.
Yeah, of being a dad, a newborn dad.
And having an actual job. I think he does actual work.
Oh, I don't believe you.
He does.
Just joking.
He does. Scott, you're now a mod, knucklehead. Oh.
How is Scott not a mod on your channel?
I don't know. I thought I'd made him a mod long ago. I mean, he is a member, so
That's weird.
It's good to see him. Yeah. Oh, very good, the Gilk man. All right.
I love Scott. He's so funny.
I love you, Thomas. You goofball.
Is that Tommy? Hi, Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy showed up. What's up, brother?
Hey, Tommy.
Sorry, he was sitting back there for a moment. All right. Okay. Well, we got way off track, and I have to say that was a wonderful conversation, and I appreciated it. And a lot of great perspective. And again, it all feeds into the politics of the day, but at least we managed to talk about the good stuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm just glad people are getting a little bit more than they had.
We do have somebody to promote right now, or at least something for somebody to promote right now. And I would like, I'd like Wes to present that. Wes, can you tell him a little bit about what's going on with the fundraiser for Shellbach?
Oh, yes. So we do have a Kickstarter for our good friend Shellback, a valued member of the Fellowship. And so Shellback, just needs to get his internet put back on and take care of some vehicle registration stuff, speaking of vehicle registration. So we're going to go ahead and post his GoFundMe in the chat here, and any contribution would be much appreciated. So here we go, and it's going in right now.
Thank you very much, Wes. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we do need to, there are times when if you have a nickel or two and you can help out your own, it's a good time to do that. So please go forward and do that. Speaking of helping out somebody that you support, thank you, Nina, for your super chat of 100 Mexican dollars. Holy cow. Are those pesos? I don't even know what
pesos.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Man, wow. You're rich. Okay.
You said it like it's such a gringo way. You're like pesos. It's not pesos. It's pesos.
Pesos?
Pesos.
Yeah, there you go. Pesos.
Okay, well, I'm not down there right
officially,
now.
the U.S. dollar is supposed to have two of the lines going through the S.
Oh,
I know. Oh crazy, right?
I know.
Yeah, and we anyway, so I'll read this. I'm like, wow, Nina hit the lottery. Anyway, I love Culture Casino. He invites me on, doesn't want me to talk about politics. How is that even possible? I love your hair. Well, I love your hair too, sweetheart. So,
I love you.
I love you too. All right, don't tell your husband. But anyway,
he's watching. He knows.
All right, don't tell the boss either. But all right, gosh. Anyway, thank you, Wes, for that promotion of our good friend Shellbach and some efforts to get him back where he is. Monkey Jeebus actually works in the industry. I'm sure he's glad that the thing with the IATSE is resolved. Going to keep productions moving forward, maybe keep money in people's pockets. Barack Dermis is joining us. B Author is a mod. There you go. She was.
Ooh, can I start a subject that we're supposed to talk about?
Yeah, please. Which one?
Can we talk about Batman?
Yes, let's talk about. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I gotta get going.
Oh no! Yeah. All right. Well, before we dive into the Batman, let's give Makani, who's doing a great stream coming up here shortly.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell him.
Anyway, today's a special Makani Live. It is the 700 subscriber celebration stream, hence why we're doing this special pick of bubblegum. But it's not just that. As I'm going to share with you in just a moment, we will be doing a special giveaway of this signed Batman piece that I did a long time ago. If I will put a link to my pinned tweet, if you guys want to still there's still time if you guys want to be a part of the giveaway, because we'll probably do it halfway through the stream.
But he can't do this all day, people. So if you want to get on board with it, you got to get in now.
You gotta get in now. I'll put my tweet in the chat. So if you guys, all you gotta do is just comment, and I will put your name in the giveaway. So stay tuned for the stream. But
where do you gotta comment? Like on the stream or
on the chat? In the chat. I'll put the pin comment right now. So there it is. Okay, there it is. So, and I will put your name in the giveaway. So we'll probably do about in the halfway point during the stream. I'm gonna have it's gonna be the main panel plus a few guests I'm gonna try to bring on as well. So it's gonna be fun celebrating the 700 stream, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Sorry, I gotta move all my stuff out, but there we go.
All right, Mock. Thanks for your time today, brother. Can't wait to pop over there during the stream. Everybody, go check it out when you're done here. We're gonna probably wrap up in time to catch that. Take it easy, Mock. And we do want to support him as much as we possibly can. And I know the mods are out there doing that right now. But let's get into this. Let's get into this stuff. There's stuff to get into. Let's get these super chats that we've got from these great people like Mr. Thomas Gilkby. The Gilk man says for $4.99. Much love to everyone on the panel except Culture. He keeps saying he's going to text me, but he never does. Gosh, I'm outraged. JK, love to all. Oh, I know, Thomas, and I will shoot you a text, brother. I apologize. I really do. Of course, we've got. Hey, can you do a Cousin Id for us, Culture? Right now on the stream for $2, Terminus. You really want me to do that? All right.
Oh. What the Oh my god, I love it. Can you do this? Can you do the rest of the show looking like that?
Somebody clip it quick.
Yeah, what you want?
Take a picture. Oh no.
Darn it. We scared him off.
That's nuts. All right. Now I gotta brush my hair back again. Bear Dog's in here making a mess.
Aww. Bear doggy.
Bear Dog.
I love him.
All right. Oof. Now my face is all red too. All right. Well, that was fun. Hope that was a fun diversion for everybody. Happy birthday to Mock. Absolutely. Let's see. We got Naked Fame for $5 says, hey, look, I did a super chat. Well, thank you, Naked Fame. Appreciate that. Infinite Hope on Friday with Nina Infinity. Lots of fun people. Lots of puppies and kitties and turtles and stuff. Absolutely. And we love you too. Hail CC and Pennell. Absolutely.
Thank you, Naked Fame. What a sweet super
Naked
chat.
Fame does amazing support for lots of channels. So I appreciate Naked Fame very much. And so does Matt G. Matt G brings it in the chat, does lots of promotion for everybody throughout the streams, from Nina to Mandy and everybody in between. You can always find him there. Bruce Lombardo, good to see you, my friend. I know. Canel, I'm going to come. There you go.
Oh, my God.
What if you're banned from Twitter? That's a good question. We also have Minds. We use Discord. Lots of alternate.
I think he's talking about Makini's drawing thing that he wants to enter, and he's like, "What if we're banned from Twitter?"
Makini will find a way to get a hold of you. We'll figure it out. If you end up winning it, do show up over there though. Look, you'll appreciate it.
He can't even enter if he doesn't comment on Twitter. Don't you get it?
Well, you can comment on the stream on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah.
That still enters you. Okay, great.
Yeah. I feel bad for Culture. Every time the topic moves to politics, he gets nervous and squirms. Not really. I mean, I'm just trying to keep this channel oriented around the entertainment. So there you are. But
you don't want to.
Unfortunately, though, it's kind of hard to do that anymore when the politics are constantly being inserted into.
And that's another reason why we talk about what Nina wants to talk about, which is the fun stuff.
Batman!
Okay, so we have Wonder Woman 3. Patty Jenkins confirms the threequel at DC Fandom, which is bad news for us because she did such a poor job with the second film. I am really bummed about the third.
Do you think, though, that possibly she could learn from her mistake and like backtrack to Wonder Woman 1? And,
she's in Hollywood.
No, but she had such a huge success with Wonder Woman 1. Like when you're a person, right, and then you have a successful thing.
Well, Nina, that's where you're messing up right there. She's not really a person.
Is she a robot?
Well, here's the thing. The first movie, she had a guide.
What do you mean by had a guy?
But maybe she's like Simone.
Snyder.
Maybe that she's AI.
He had a lot of input into that movie, that first movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the problem with the second one was that they just gave her too much control. Like she had enough brains around her for the first one that it was actually really good. But this one, they were probably like, do whatever you want. You did such a good job with the first one. And if no one's there to say no, you get a lot of problems.
Right.
I feel like
sorry, go ahead, Wes.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish.
Me? Really? Okay. I was just thinking, like, if you're a normal person and you think to yourself, like, okay, I had success with one thing, not so much with the other, maybe I'll backtrack, because that's usually, like, you know, a normal person would think something like that. But then again, if you have a lot of ego, you might be like, no, fuck that, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Well, Nina, I mean, you can't really apply common sense to these people in Hollywood anymore. They just don't get it. I mean, you can go back over the past couple of years and look at all the ridiculousness that's happened through, and it's not just entertainment. I mean, look at Gillette. They died on that hill.
It's true.
They refused to back off of that, no matter how much money that they were losing, no matter how many people told them, why don't you just go back to selling good razors and stop with the agenda pushing? And they didn't want to hear it. They doubled down on it. They tripled down on it. And that's the same thing a lot of these people in Hollywood are doing at this point. They can't back off this stuff. They're too committed now.
That's true.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I feel like at this point they should intentionally try to make things bad. Like they should make Wonder Woman morbidly obese and have her go to like buffets and stuff.
Stop it, Wes.
And you know,
stop it.
You know, and she should have they should just go full on, make it as bad as you can. I mean, give me something to laugh at.
Stop giving them ideas, Wes. Stop it.
I think they should take my ideas. They really should.
I haven't seen it, but I hear that a lot of people think that the new Batman movie is going to be really good, right?
Well, I think it's mixed, and I know we're going to get there because I know that's where Nina really wants to go. Let's scroll through this. Okay, so first of all, the Patty Jenkins Wonder Woman 3. A lot of people are not super stoked about that for the same reasons we just described. I don't know. Is there anybody on the panel that's pumped for this film?
I wouldn't say pumped, but I do love Wonder Woman. So, like, I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna watch it when it comes out. But
I didn't watch the second one, so
I like Gal Gadot, so I'll watch, but I'm not sure I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
no.
I feel like pumped is a very like you're using that term very loosely here.
Okay, but here's the thing, and this is the funniest part. They say the threequel was promptly announced after Wonder Woman 1984 fizzled in theaters. Yeah, at 46.5 million domestic, 166.5 worldwide. Because of this. This is going to be one of those things they fall back on and say, it was because of this. It was because of this. And while to some extent that may have been true, it didn't garner a ton of views even on their HBO Max platform. It didn't really build HBO Max the way they had hoped for. And it cost them a ton of money. It cost them an awful lot of money twice. It cost them the production budget plus what they had to offset for Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot and any of the stars in the film that had the back end deals. It cost them a lot of money.
The only good part of the last movie, in my opinion, was the last scene where Linda Carter was walking down the street.
I wonder if she's going to be more involved in the third movie.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But here's the thing. It would make sense if she was. I mean, why else bring her in that way?
Yeah.
Wes, I know you're about ready to get going, or pretty soon, or you can have a few more minutes, or no?
I could probably hang out for another 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay, all right. All right, so are we done talking about Wonder Woman, which we don't have high expectations for?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
there's really not much to say because we don't really have any details or anything. We just know, like, oh, there's like Wonder Woman 3 at some point, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, and then of course you have the Batgirl, DC giving the first look at concept art for the live-action HBO Max film.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Because the shows have been doing so well.
No, not really. They haven't, especially not on the CW.
Well, this is Batgirl, not Batwoman, correct?
Yes, this is Batgirl. This is Leslie Grace is playing Barbara Gordon.
Wait, didn't she like make out with like Batman in some random animated movie, or am I confusing that with somebody else?
I have no
idea.
No,
that was her. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Are they cousins?
They're supposed to be related. At least they were in the early books.
Gross.
Whoa.
What the hell's going on over there?
Yeah. And I don't have high expectations for this, to be honest with you. So.
Neither do I.
See, a lot of people just didn't like any of that. Nobody.
I actually watched the Wonder Woman movies in reverse. I seen 84 first, and then I watched the first one. Quite honestly, I really wasn't all that impressed with the first one either.
The first one was great until the third act.
I like the first one. I guess they changed. This is strange, but I guess from the source material they changed it from World War II Germans to World War I Germans, which was an interesting choice.
I kind of like that though, because we always talk about Nazis. It's like, let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, time traveling Indiana Jones is something I'd love to talk about, but we don't have time today. All right.
Time traveling Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's going to be part of the new Indiana Jones plot.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Wow. I hope I didn't spoil that for
Why
anybody.
did you bring that up and then you don't want to talk about it?
You can't spoil something that's already rotten, CC.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, there are people who are excited for it, though, who might be kind of annoyed that
I love Indiana Jones, and it should have.
God,
I didn't even think about it.
I still remember, like, before The Last Jedi came out, and I caught World Class BS's stream on the leaks, and I was like, no way! They would never do this! This is the stupidest leak and for misdirection ever. And then I saw The Last Jedi, and I was like, oh, it was true.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can't spoil what's rotten.
Yeah, you really can't. Lots of people said, yeah, who cares? That's right, who cares, Wes? That's right, that's kind of where we are. Doomcock said it best. Yes, Mr. Dragon, Doomcock did. Time travel equals retcon, Trinoculus P says.
Yeah.
The bestest ever.
The actress from In the Heights and the flop writer of Birds of Prey. Yeah, I don't think that Batgirl's going to do well. Well, let's look at Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
Okay, this is probably the only thing I actually didn't see, because I saw the Black Adam trailer, but I didn't see this one.
Yeah, Zachary Levi showed a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the film. We all established something very important in the first movie, and Shazam: Fury of the Gods, we expand on that. So there you go.
Are they going to have the same kid actors, or like did they have to like recast because it's been so freaking long? You know.
I really don't know, and I don't know if they're allowing for a time, which usually they do if you're going to utilize the same actors. So possibly, but I thought that was interesting.
That kind of sucks because I actually liked the kid actor that they picked for him. So I'm going to be a little disappointed if they don't have him. But at the same time, I'm very aware that a kid actor is like, they shoot up really fast, especially over here in America. I don't know what it is, but the kids over here just like immediately look too old once they just hit the wrong age.
Proper
It's like,
nutrition.
It's like, dude, I agree, AFK, and like I kind of feel that about like the new Stranger Things. I'm like,
oh my
these
God,
kids are way too fucking old now. Like this show's over. Like stop.
Yeah, and the original Shazam was a good film. It was funny. It's going to be interesting. Awesome One says he won't be a kid, so that's helpful. Nina Infinity, you'd be better off getting Wonder Woman Golden Age trade paperback volumes 1 to 3 are great, and So Violent and Sex there. $20 for those. Karen Prime, I love this avatar. That was perfect. You guys are genius. Doomcock was right, says Judicon. Look, not going to be that great. That he is right. I mean, it's going to ruin the thing, and I'm so Doomcock
What's he
gets
right
a lot
about
of
now?
credit.
Like
The time
Batman?
travel thing in Indy.
Oh.
Yeah.
They usually always go there when they have no real good story element, and they're being lazy.
Yep. Tommy, you're 100%.
That's what happened with freaking Infinity War, and then look what happened with that shit.
If the movie is dark as they are promising, it'll be great. I just hope the politics the critics don't complain about it as they complain about Batman v Superman being too dark. Well, there you go. Wow, people are addressing you or each other in the chat. I love it, you guys. This is great. HGH abnormalities, that's quite possible, but I think it has to do with nutrition. Have Black Adam been kept in the can so long due to the thing, or is it not woke? Well, I don't know. I mean, I looked at it, the trailer or the little clip that they showed from Black Adam, and I was like, wow, that's a really dark, murderous thing that just happened.
Yeah, it looked cool. I liked it.
I was like, wow.
I was like, ooh.
But let's pop to the thing everybody's talking about. Matt Reeves is.
Check
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
private chat.
I gotta.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm sorry, Wes. Bummer, bro.
That's all right. Hey, everybody. Well, thanks for having me on. Amazing panel, and look forward to doing those streams that we've been talking about. Fortunately, I have to go off and attempt to make money. So I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. You can find me at youtube.com/Wes Moody Webcast to talk about current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, gaming streams. Wait, where's my controller? Oh, okay. And I will vlog about whatever the heck I want to. Hope to see you there, my friends. You are the best chat on YouTube. We love you.
Love you, Wes.
Thanks, Wes.
You too.
Take care, Wes.
Bye, guys.
Awesome.
Bye.
And there is Wes's channel, Tina. Thank you very much for doing the job there in the chat. Tina is wrenching away, and so are many others. Thank you guys for everything you do. I appreciate that. Wow. So let's get to this Batman thing, because I want to cover this before we round out. The Batman. A new trailer shows off Riddler, Catwoman, Alfred, and more. DC Fandome. Did you guys see the trailer?
I did several times.
Yeah, I've watched it multiple times. I got claimed on Sporkin News podcast in midstream, so we got taken down. Yeah, so I'm sure Scott's going to win it, but I mean, it's just that kind of garbage. That's
gross. I hate when YouTube does stuff like that. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
we're promoting the stuff that you want
Yeah.
us to promote. I don't understand like what you want from us.
Well, it's actually Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is the worst at it. I think a lot of the other ones have lightened up.
Warner
a little
Bros.
bit.
Is the worst. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So a year after the inaugural Fandome revealed the first Batman, we get the new one. There's a noir. Yeah, my gosh, my blah blah blah. Noir. There's a noir tone with an opening image in the trailer of the shot that looks like he's paying homage to Edward Hopper's 1942 oil painting Nighthawks, laced with Blade Runner. Yeah, I can actually see that. You get to see Dano's Riddler get arrested, but you don't actually get a look at him.
I like that they didn't show his face.
Yeah, I think they revealed too much already. They never should have showed Riddler at all. Yeah,
I don't like. I thought that their whole that whole bit with Colin Farrell in the car as the Penguin,
so
that was too much. They shouldn't have shown all that.
No, but it was beautiful, and it's going to fire up some people. Yeah, and I'm really excited. I think it'll be. I think it'll be okay, but I already have a lot of disconnects with the trailer. First of all, you can't walk into automatic weapon fire like he's doing. The physics don't work with
But are we watching these movies for physical?
If you're going to tell the audience
accuracy,
yes, because Nina,
yes, absolutely. You know what, Nina? Because they say it right there in the title. Pattinson even says that this is being based off Year One Batman. Year One Batman was not walking into hails of bullet fire.
Yeah. Well, in fact, Batman in general, they're making Batman a rage character here. Batman was never like that. Batman was a controlled character. There were points in his life where he had to redirect, where he kind of ended up being driven by rage, but not in that way.
Yeah, I think in the trailer he calls himself Vengeance, and I think that I don't think that that's quite what Batman was, from what I understand. Originally, he wasn't about vengeance; he was about controlling his fear.
When you put out a new Batman concept every 3 years, it seems. I don't even care about this movie. I've seen too many aspects of Batman. Make something new.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you can make something new though, a Storyman Jack with Batman, because everything has been already done. So it's like if you want Batman, it's like
things. There's
you're either gonna get an
characters in it.
origin story or you're gonna get some sort of like random story from Batman.
that's the
Like
thing.
Right. You don't need an origin story, right? You don't even need the flashbacks. At this point, I think we've seen Batman begin in 4 or 5 different ways. And they all kind of revolve around, him going to the defense of the defenseless because of what happened to him in his youth.
It waters down the impact of that.
But at the same time, I mean, look at this. They sold this film as a grittier, realistic superhero film, right? Well, first of all, he's not Superman. Walking into bullets, he's not gonna. They did one thing. This is what's so confusing to me. He took a pistol fire shot in his shoulder you remember the fight scene where he just beating up all the guys? He took a pistol shot in the shoulder armor, right? And it jerked his shoulder back. Okay? Because if it hits the armor, that's what's going to happen. But he's walking into automatic bullet fire, traveling at that speed would be pushing him back.
I mean, the only thing I thought about was why isn't anyone shooting his face? Because the bottom of his face is like covered,
you're taught to fire at center of mass. You're always taught to fire at center of mass. That's why when you look at humanoid targets, it's here. I mean, you will have one up and for headshots and stuff. But no, I get your point. But honestly,
not only that culture, but there's a certain thing with automatic gun, especially when you got it on full spray like that. It's not that easy to control. Yeah. So trying to say I'm going to pinpoint an automatic gun like full spread at a face, it's not easy to do because your weapon is automatically jerking and it's moving. It's not controllable like a pistol. Yeah.
What were you saying, AFK?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was just one of my favorite things, like if you think about it, my favorite, of course, Catwoman is Michelle Pfeiffer, but back in that movie, like she just sneaks up and she jabs him with like a tiny little needle thing that she uses for sewing right in the side. And I love that because it's just so realistic that she gets in close, finds a little weak spot and gets him. And he that was like an owie for him. And then I'm just thinking with this, like you're talking about like the automatic gunfire. I mean, there's no way that one of those bullets wouldn't have gotten him in like some spot on his armor that's weaker. I don't know. That would just bug me.
Well, and
I was going to say, culture. This is the same conversation we had yesterday. If you have that kind of armor on that's going to deflect bullets, you're going to get ricochet. You're going to get shrapnel off those bullets. And he would have gotten hit in the face with that much being shot at him with that many rounds. There's no way he wouldn't have taken something where he was unprotected.
Yeah, and I mean, the Naked Fame brings up a good point. It's tiny bullets traveling 2,500 feet per second, kinetic energy transfers. You try to dodge the bullets, which somebody brings up the smoke and everything else that the Batman uses to. He used to be there. He's not where you're shooting because he was there, and then you started to fire and he's gone. He has no interest in being in that kind of a fight. That's why Batman fights the way that he does and always has. And I think Commander Ed Straker, you're onto something here. What if we just saw the best 4 minutes of the film in the trailer?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna say this with regards to especially Pattinson, because I think that I don't know any who's directing this movie? Because I don't know who the director is.
Sorry, I had to swallow. Matt Reeves. It's Matt Reeves.
Okay. Wait, what's he done before that I know I would know?
Lots of other stuff.
Give me a name. Let's see, Matt Reeves.
Reeves.
Oh my God. Okay, he's done Planet of the Apes. I love it. And Cloverfield. Okay, great. I like it. I like it already. So here's the thing. With regards to Pattinson as Batman, I've said this for from day one when he was announced as being Batman, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Twilight, Twilight dude." He's got range. Pattinson has got range. He's a good actor. I could totally see him as Bruce Wayne, especially. I don't know what he was going to be like as Batman, but Bruce Wayne, I think he could definitely pull off. I think he's good. I think that the movie looked good in terms of what we saw in the trailer.
Right.
I actually expected it to be way more low budget than what we were shown in the trailer. So that kind of excited me because the still shots that had come out looked like shit. It looked really bad. I didn't like the still shots. But then they they came out with a trailer. The trailer looked good. It's a little bit like more nitty gritty than I wanted it to be. Like it's trying too hard to be like Dark Knight. I feel like it still doesn't have its own identity as of yet. But that's all going off like 3 minutes of trailer. I don't know if this is going to be the best parts of the trailer. That's why I think that they shouldn't have shown the penguin getting killed, because one of the things that they talked about was that Colin Farrell, like originally when Colin Farrell was cast as the penguin, I was like, what? Like, why would you do this? This is terrible. This is a terrible choice because Colin Farrell is really hot. Like, why would you want to have this hot guy as this as the penguin? It makes no sense. And like, you know, we're used to Danny DeVito as the penguin, especially me. I love Danny DeVito as the penguin. So I could not see Colin Farrell. Then pictures started to come out with him as the penguin, and I was like, oh my God, he looks great. Because you know, I appreciate the art of makeup and, you know, making a character that doesn't look anything like the actor, like, you know, that character. And then another article dropped where Colin Farrell said, I'm like literally in the movie for like 10 minutes. And I didn't like that because I was like, you know, so you're going to kill off one of your best characters then in like 10 minutes? That's crazy. And then they showed it in the commercial. So I didn't like that. I was like, you can't show the best parts of your movie in a commercial and then just be like, oh, you know, like we don't know what we're doing now, because I don't know. It does seem like they did show some of the best parts of the movie.
Remember Terminator Genesis? They basically gave a huge, like, you know, spoiler away in the trailer. That was like the worst choice ever. That's one of the worst trailers I've ever watched.
I've never seen Genesis the movie, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but
well, now that it's so old, I don't think people will care. But basically, John Connor becomes like a weird Terminator, like hybrid, and comes back in time to try to kill them. And they showed it in the trailer, and it's like, and then in the movie, they're like, "Whoa, John, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What's the point of even watching this? You already know."
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, to Nina's point about Pattinson being Batman, I mean, admittedly, a lot of people thought Heath Ledger was the worst possible choice for the Joker. Remember that? I mean,
yeah, he was actually so good.
Heath Ledger was a Joker?
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. I'm sorry, I was thinking Val Kilmer as like the Batman. I don't know. I mixed up Val Kilmer.
No problem. So yeah, they were saying the same things about Heath Ledger being the Joker that
right. They were. You're right.
But my point is, you know, just like the chat was saying earlier, why do we need another Batman?
We don't. But I mean,
we get one every other. It seems like every other year we get a new. Like there's 3 Batman movies, they spin it. We get 3 more, and it's the same story, just done in a different way.
But that's the nature of the B story, man, Jack. They know people like this stuff. They know it's gonna make money. Why wouldn't they do it? It's just the way it is.
Nina, maybe this is just me, but there's a lot of directions that they can go where they can utilize Batman without making him the focal point of the movie. They could actually take it in the Red Hood direction, where the one Robin becomes the Red Hood after the killing. What was that? Not the Killing Joke, Death in the Family. There's a lot of directions that they could take this while utilizing the Batman character without making him the central part of the story. Give the fans something new.
I do
while still having Batman incorporated.
I also really liked Zoe Kravitz's what we saw from this
Catwoman
as Catwoman. I think it's better than I expected so far. I would have preferred her to actually have hair. I hate that like weird shaved boy cut hair that they give her. But then again, we saw her in like wigs and stuff. So I like that they are saying that, you know, she is basically kind of like a chameleon. Like she'll dress up and go wherever she needs to go and do whatever she needs to do in order to get what she wants. I like those things. I like her flirting with Batman. She was sexy. So they're not taking away sex appeal, which they usually do in these kinds of movies. So that's like a new thing now. So
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Richie Dupe's icon. Banana Man. My brother used to love watching that, and it was kind of funny because my brother's name's Eric, so Eric was Banana Man, so I used to mess with him all the time.
Aw. Banana Man. I've never seen him.
Okay. So after digesting everything everybody said, I'm going to say this. Pattinson's a decent actor. He was pretty good in a couple things that I've seen him in. So outside of obviously Twilight, which will haunt him forever.
Yeah. Agree.
But at the same time, he's a decent actor. So
he is.
The question is, does he carry off this Batman character? And we won't know that till we see the film.
Exactly.
I don't have high hopes based on some of the stuff that I saw. Him flailing against the glass in the, in that scene where he's in the police precinct.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff that I've, been keyed in on. I'm very concerned. I think Zoe Kravitz is pretty good. I think that we will see if this is the point at which she launches into superstardom or not. She's off to a bad start, telling people not to, get excited about her appearance in the film, even though she's obviously.
What? She said that? I didn't know that.
Something similar to that, yeah. And so, that's already a woke point that they're trying to assign this thing. So, it's "don't ogle me" or something. I'll have to find the quote, but it's frustrating.
Oh God.
Let me put it this way. Batman was the thing that was supposed to, be the carrier for this entire
She's
fandom
super
thing.
woke though.
Yeah. And I just don't think it did. And I think a lot of people at times describe the Fandome event as cringy. And people that watch the entire thing, Ryan Kinnell, for example, Ryan Kinnell said specifically last night on Sporkin News podcast stream that they were mostly cringe, and everything, the way it was presented and all of that. The numbers were down. When I was monitoring it, it was averaging about 65 to 67,000. The previous year, it did a lot higher numbers than that during their live stream. So we'll see.
You're talking about like the actual trailer numbers?
No, I'm talking about the actual live view of Fandome.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. The numbers were down. They were averaging 65 to 67,000.
I think, that's the thing though. Can you really compare this, like, for example, this year's to last year's where you had the Snyder Cut situation like that? You can't compare. Like, there's nothing going on in DC. And then, of course, like Patty Jenkins came out and ruined Wonder Woman. Like, what does there really look forward to? And then you have like Aquaman 2, which is like, freaking Amber, whatever. They got nothing going on. Nothing good.
And yes, you do sign up for ogling as Catwoman, but we actually need to start winding down, and we have somebody who needs to leave imminently. So we will go ahead and highlight our good friend, the man of Halloween, the month of Halloween, Storyman Jack. You're muted.
You're muted.
Booming. You're booming.
I'm in good company, right?
Yes, you are.
So I am writing a new original Halloween story every night. I'm getting it out every night before midnight, all month. I'm on story 18 or 17 tonight. 17 or 18. I'm losing count. And there's been a lot of great comments. People are being entertained. So come over and check it out. They all kind of tie together loosely, and they range from about 15 minutes to about 40 minutes, depending on which story it is.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jack. I appreciate all the things that you've been doing. I think all of us have, getting a chance to check out your stories this month. And there are many more coming, guys, at least 13 more. So after today, so do check them out.
Everything from clowns to wizards to
the family,
rednecks.
The family.
Yep, my family, pretty much.
And
like the first story.
We've been getting the Guinea Pig Collective into Halloween as well, Storyman Jack.
Yeah.
I've been doing like shorts with the pigs dressed in outfits. I was kind of forced to dress the pigs in outfits. The outfits were bought, and I didn't have a choice but to put them on them. So We got the first 2 members of the collective already up on shorts, and we got the 2 new guys who are coming up in their outfits very soon.
Nice. Yeah, that first story, Zombie Nana, was based on an actual thing that happened. There's somebody in the family had to transport their dead grandmother from Wichita Falls, Texas to Wichita, Kansas. So that's where that came from, and people really like that story. So.
Well, I think it was great, but again, I'm biased. So, but thank you very much, Storyman. I know you have to bounce out. We have a lot of people we're going to send over to Machini's stream to participate in the opportunity to get that Batman drawing. Tommy, do you have anything to talk about real quick? The 20-second elevator.
Just a normal everybody. You know where to find me, Tommy, and the Guinea Pig Collective. Make sure to stop by tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, where we do going old school retro discussions, talking about the things that we love from the past. I will say that 2 of the topics up on the docket from everybody that's been in the chat is going to be Silverhawks and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I know I've talked about both of them in the past, but we're going to do it again because it was requested. So
awesome, man. Can't wait for that. AFK, I know you're not doing any reading or anything, but I know you're getting together with Ian here in the near future, correct?
Yeah, he reached out to me. He's been wanting to do something again, and his idea is that we're going to talk about the 3 different Spider-Man trilogies. So we'll have to find a time. I'm just like super busy with work, and then on my free days, it's generally family. But I'm looking forward to it. And if I do anything, I'll tweet about it ahead of time.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for that. Let Ian know if you do check in with him today that I'm going to try to get him on a panel in the next couple weeks again, because it's always awesome having an actual filmmaker on the panel. And you know what, real quick, Kai MFS is doing his Halloween trivia battle arena, so if you want to come and watch people act goofy for a few hours, this is always a good time. So check out Kai's game. It's kind of fun. Dude does make fun stuff. He also makes freedom sexy. Apparently he's changing what his acronym is on the regular now. We also have Carrie saying that Yellow Flash's stream killed Carrie's last night. Still hungover. Yeah, it killed a lot of people. I checked in with that late too. So
that was really fun.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I think Tommy was talking about Silverhawks.
Yes, Silverhawks.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that it came up in the retro discussions, we were talking about the reboot that they're going to be doing of it, and whether or not it was going to be any good, because the guy who's actually rebooting it seems to really
know what he's doing.
The franchise. Yeah. So who knows?
It looked good. It looked like it had some potential. It really did. And Trinakius P, you're right. Everybody's saving money right now because we don't have to consume media anymore. Movies are not mandatory, as somebody used to say. We have, here we go. We have Erwin. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. And so many of you today. I appreciate all of you. Nina, you're the last. Say things and we can be on our way.
Well, you can find me on my channel, Nina Infinity, and tonight I will be reviewing and discussing the show Midnight Mass with Script Doctor, Jane Theory, Teresa Martin, and a whole bunch of other people if they want to join, if they've seen it. So please drop by. Have you seen it, Culture?
No. I've heard about it. I just heard about it 2 days ago, so I'll have to take a look at it.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna be like, we all watched it, and we're gonna be kind of breaking it down and spoilering it. So don't watch that stream. Watch it after you watch the series if you're into that. If you're not into it, then you can watch then watch our stream. But yeah, so we're gonna be just talking about all of that stuff. Come and hang out. That is happening at 9 Eastern because we finished reviewing What If. So. We're gonna do get into the Halloween spirit, so we're gonna review Midnight Mass. Thank you, Culture, for having me on. It's been a pleasure. It's always like really, really fun to hang out with you. Even when we don't talk about politics, I'm totally fine with it. I just want to hang out with you. You're
we
awesome.
Still talked about politics, but that's
we did. I mean, you can't help it. Like
I know it's part of entertainment, and
it's part of everything now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, walking down the street, right? You can't have family meal without it anymore. But I will say this: I appreciate everybody being here. I am going to run that clip from Gary on
Tim
Pool's show from the other night, and then I'm going to run the close, and then I'm going to run the credits. So those of you that stayed and stuck around this long, the 60 some of you that are left here, thank you very much. We love you.
We love you,
appreciate
chat.
you. Yeah, and we would not be here without you, and I hope we know that too. So be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
All right, Toxic Man Flu says, Gary has an awesome story of hope and success. I never would have made it through the last 2 years without Gary, Comics Division, Culture Casino, and many others in the Fellowship. Thank you all. Right on.
I like how they're using the word fellowship. I tell people to stop using the word community.
The Fellowship.
Stop. That commie language.
Yeah.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes.